Well, hey, I gotta say the quality is not too bad as far as how you guys can see me, considering that it's nighttime and literally the light coming out of the phone is lighting up my face. I gotta say I'm impressed, very impressed. Anyways, welcome back everybody to Norby's Worldwide Activities. I know it's been about I don't know 2 weeks, hopefully 2 weeks. I hope it's 2 weeks because if it's more than 2 weeks, my apologies for not being on here. It's been very difficult. A lot. I've been working a lot, and aside from my side projects and work, it's kind of a little difficult to be on here. Also, my apologies for that. So yeah, as you can see by the title, it says Maga supporters looking for a way out, and I say that because of the most recent email that came out practically Epstein telling Ghislaine Waxwell, whatever her fucking name is. Oh, pardon my French. Uh, Epstein telling her that, you know what? We don't got to worry about Trump. He's not a barker, meaning like he's not going to talk. They don't have to worry about Trump because, he knows how to keep his mouth shut. And for the most part, I like to believe that Trump does know how to keep his mouth shut. It's not looking too good for him, though. You know, the fact that the second part of that said that he had spent hours with that little girl. And this is what trips me out about MAGA people, Republicans. Even though they know that Trump was hanging out with that like little girl, I think she was like 8, 7 years old, 9 years old, maybe. Don't quote me on that. Definitely fact check me on the age, but definitely she was a child. She wasn't a teenager. She was a child, and Epstein said Trump spent hours with her. What does a business real estate commercial real estate guy from New York doing with a child in Florida? Hanging out with her for hours. Was he playing tea party with her? Is that what it was? Was he playing Tea Party? Because most Republicans and MAGA people are out there saying, well, we all know who the girl was, and that girl came out publicly stating that Trump was a gentleman and treated her right. Like, what does that mean? She was a little girl. What does that mean that Trump treated? Why was he even with the little girl? That's what doesn't even make sense. How are these MAGA and Republican people telling us, well, when she came out and said that, he was a good guy and treated her right, and she said that she didn't do he didn't do anything inappropriate to her. Now we're talking about a girl that came out publicly saying that, she was being used for for that stuff. They were using her for those stuff, for those parties, for those adults that were doing that stuff. How does she know what inappropriate is? Because she literally got forced and raised in that world. Like that for her, that was normal. So how are you gonna expect us to say, oh well, she said everything was okay. No foul play. But again, according to what standard, According to what standard? All right, let's see. Shout out to Oni, GMAV, and HCP Chemistry. Thank you all for being here. Much love to everybody else that's watching right now. Well, that's where I'm getting at, guys. I mean, it's a tough situation. I mean, from what I hear, Trump is doing everything he can to switch back some Republicans to make sure they don't sign the document, to put it to a vote to release all the documents, which I dare say, and it should be released. Everything. And I think it's funny that Trump will keep pushing the narrative that this whole Epstein thing is a hoax. It's made up. It's made up by Democrats. I don't think Democrats made that up because I'm 100% sure that there's Democrats in those paperwork. There's definitely Democrats in the paperwork. So I doubt they want those documents to be released also. Shout out to P Dog, always checking the other podcasters. I see you, P Dog, making sure you check certain individuals. Much love to you, man. But that's the crazy part, you know. Trump is trying to bury this. Trump is trying to convince everybody not to investigate, telling people it's a hoax. Stop worrying about it. Don't believe it. It's all made up, and it's not made up. The victims have come out. Epstein has gone to court. Epstein went to jail for these things. Maxine also is in jail right now. I think she's about to lose her privileges pretty soon because of that email. Only 6'4" says, to be fair, both sides went to the island. Exactly, only 6'4". That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's only I don't think it's only Republicans that are worried that this list comes out or files and emails. I think it's Democrats also that are preventing it from coming out because they're both in it. I know they're both in it. They're both they're both very corrupted, evil organizations. GMAT, where am I going? I'm going. I'm heading to Marv to do the oldie show tonight. So make sure you guys tune in tonight. This is some badass oldies. ACB chemistry. Okay, thank you all. So currently, right now, I'm on the freeway trying to get there. I mean, it's a mess. Honestly, I hope that it doesn't rain till tomorrow. But from what I hear, it's gonna hit us around 10 o'clock. Oh, those are new lights. Let's see. Peter says I should make a version of point and shoot on the YouTube Yarda, but I'm too busy. Peter, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth making point and shoot videos on those guys because at this point they're just begging for views. They're begging for likes. They're making shit up. They're using old stuff. They're bringing up old shit because they can't come up with new shit. They're lying. They're withholding information so they don't piss off the wrong people because they want to join other people's clubs or they want to be friends with other people, but they don't want to say all the fucking shit that they did, you know. But hey, to each their own, Snakes tend to hang out with snakes. That's how I see it, you know. But for the most part, let's see. Only 6'4" says UMR should do a gaming stream. Oh, bro, but trust me, we've been talking about it for like, I want to say maybe a little under 2 years. We definitely want to do it. I definitely want to show everybody how badly I could beat up Marvelous on Street Fighter. Complete ownership. I will destroy Marvelous on Street Fighter. But that's either here nor there. Only 6'4" says, yeah, you and Marv Jedi Cervantes should do a gaming stream. Oh, I play Jedi. Jedi does it. He's a solid player right there. Peter says, like that song, Brandy. I just want to be down for you. Peter says, nah, I play Super Smash Brothers. You know what, man? I suck at Smash Brothers, man. I suck at Smash Brothers. As much as I try to play it, somebody always knocks me out of that damn place. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't get it. Maybe I don't get it. But sometimes I do good, but for the most part I do pretty bad, depending on who I'm playing. Yeah, going back to the topic. So yeah, so look, I see the division within Maga. That's for sure. I do see the division. They're definitely um they're definitely nervous because with this type of information coming out, it really puts them in a tough spot because how much are they gonna lie for the guy? How much are they gonna make excuses for the guy? You know, I saw this one Megan Kelly. Megan Kelly said she knows somebody that was involved in that world, and she thought it was disgusting. But what she took from the conversation she had with this individual that was part of that world, uh, he said that he wasn't into the ages 5 through 10 girls. He said he was into the 11 to 15 girls. And she said, "Well, I'm not making excuses for him, but I'm just stating that he wasn't into those other younger girls." I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? That's horrible. The fact that you know somebody that was in that world and that was partaking into that whole thing, and that was Megan Kelly from, I think she's on Fox News. I'm like, dude, how can you sit there with a straight face and say that in front of the camera? I know somebody, but you know, they didn't partake in the way younger ones. He said that he wasn't gonna cross that threshold right there. I'm like, what the fuck? Hey Kelly, you're fucking sick. You're 1/6 conca. There's the potential to be even bigger. Only 6'4". I think it is bigger than Watergate at this point. Que te pones Norby doesn't only ride Harleys. Hey, you know it. Cabron, I subscribe to you. Thanks, Rich. Thanks, Rich Lugs. I appreciate that. Rich, appreciate the subscription every single time. Much appreciated. Chingao, what the fuck? Do you think Trump will exit the FC? Trump will exit like FC? Oh, honestly, you know what? No, no. I think he's gonna own it. I think he's gonna own it. I think his MAGA, half of his MAGA supporters are going to be okay with it. I think the other half are probably just going to become regular Republicans. They're probably not going to wear the MAGA hat. They're probably going to throw away their Trump flags. Some of them might even burn it. But for the most part, I don't think he's going to do that because I honestly believe that that dude is still alive. I think he's alive. I think the fact that they're missing footage of when this dude took himself out says a lot. And I think that literally the fact that the government made up so many things, so many excuses why they don't have it, is ridiculous. It's a good sign that he's not there. How many winners you can do at a live competition at bars? Hey man, man. I am no glizzy champ. I'll tell you that much. Tell you that much. Kento Porta, he says he's going to make a joke about it, laugh at everyone's face. Yeah, you know what? For the most part, he's that guy. He's that kind of guy. He's that kind of guy. AC Pickman, HCB Chemistry says, that being said, your friend has no place in our community too. Hey, well, you know what? I mean, for the most part, ACB is really tough. That's a really tough one. Because again, like I told you before, I can't speak for the guy. I can only speak on what the situation was. And well, my question to everybody else, which I think everybody had already asked also, was this something that kept continuing on? As far as I know, no. Have I seen any signs of that happening? No. Is a person allowed to make a mistake in his life? Yeah, for the most part, we all make mistakes. We all get lied to. That's one thing that we can all agree on. that we do get lied to. What's up, Chris? Gente Puerto says, what do you think the vote outcome to release the files next will be? I mean, for the most part, I think not only because I heard this. I hear that there's a way to not suspend it, but keep it from happening. From what I hear, they're trying to get other. They're waiting for another election to happen, like in Mississippi, where I guess they might get three more Republicans, which they're gonna try to hold it off until those guys win, and they could vote against it. Doing anything possible to keeping that vote from happening. We got bipolar chipmunk saying Chicana Leva, American Chala, and Nina America are bozos. Oh my god. Let them change. Let's see. All right, let's see. All right, but that being said, I mean, I don't know. I tell you this much: if I was a Maga supporter, I would definitely be nervous right about now because it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. Bipolar Chairman says, "Hey Norbies, I heard AZ sold his lame Cali Mac studio. He couldn't afford the rent." I do wonder what happened to that. Not really. I could give a fuck about him, but I have noticed that he's not showing up a lot lately. Where am I headed? I'm headed to Marvelous, so we could do the oldie show tonight. We got 805 Plumbing in the house. Said, what's cracking, little man in the corner? What it do, bro? What it do? I think I know I promised somebody I'd give them a wrench, but I can't do it while I'm on StreamYard. It doesn't give me that ability. I'm not too sure if it was you 805 or it was somebody else I was supposed to give a wrench, but I forget. Or was it you only? I totally forgot. I can't even see who has a wrench on this thing on the chat from StreamYard. Chris Ranzone's, let's see, only six YouTube channels will get more desperate for views. Tough times ahead. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Rich Lokes. That's good. Chris, Trump is trying to buy everyone. He's talking about another payment to everyone. Yeah, yeah. From what I hear, he's about to give out $2,000 to everybody. I mean, in California, I mean that's cool. That covers a month of rent for some people. I mean, again, it is weird how money gets dispersed. It gets all dispersed evenly, even though some places are like super expensive and some places are super cheap. You know, what are you guys gonna do with those $2,000? Are you going to invest? Are you gonna buy food? Are you gonna buy the new system from Steam? I don't know if some of you guys are gamers, but Steam. I don't know if it's the creators of Steam is Valve or Steam. I don't know which one came first, Steam or Valve. But they are coming out with their own game console pretty soon to rival the PlayStation and the Xbox. And I'm not gonna lie, people, I'm looking forward to seeing what it can do. I've always been a big fan of Steam Valve or Valve Steam. Cause I remember back in the days I used to play Counter Strike like a madman. I would take out everybody using gravity. It's the 805. What 805 say? 805. 805. It was me, Fulio. It was you, right? Okay, so I can't do the racing here on StreamYard. I gotta actually be on a computer to do that, or on the actual YouTube app. Kente Porta says, "Are you going to hit up the drive-through before?" No, no, but I wouldn't mind getting a Red Bull. That's for sure. Chris from Arizona says, "Norbies, why don't you go live more?" It's mostly because depending on the situation, if I'm like close to Marvelous when I do it live, for the most part, I just don't have enough time to do it. If I'm far enough, like today or other days, I could definitely do it for like a good 30 to an hour, depending on traffic. For the most part, yeah, it's just been very busy lately, especially the last 2 weeks with work and all. And it's just that's pretty much it. That's the reason why I don't go live much. Otherwise, I'd be going live a lot more. Honestly, one day I hope to have a studio of my own where I could always just turn on the switch and good to go. That's what I'm hoping for, anyways. Only six verses. It's YouTube channels that make this their full time job. They need money to pay carpets. Yeah, you know what? And that's all bad when you rely on this YouTube stuff to make you your money. I mean, unless you're like unless you're making like I don't know 6, 7 grand a month off of it, I get it. Totally worth putting all that time and effort. But if you're not making that kind of cash, yeah, it's not worth it. Bipolar says, I'll take the money, but I still won't vote for MAGA PDFs. Hey, that's right. Rich Loke says, Norby's that little guy says if you brought the chips. We got Chris. I'm gonna buy a torta. Hey, that's what's up. Wait, what kind of torta did you mean? I was literally thinking of an actual torta, like a Cuban torta. But anyways, I'm going to Hong Kong with $2,000. Damn. Okay. All right. That's cool. Only six versus the steam machine looks okay. I think it's going to be $600. Holy crap! That's pricey. $600 is pricey. I don't know. I mean, if it could put out 8K video or 8K gaming, that might be worth it. I don't like the controllers though. It's weird. It's got like these two square pads on it. Like, why do you need two square pads like that? I don't get it. Kente Porter says donate it to charity. There you go. Rich Luck says I'm a watch. That's right. ACB chemistry. Only people with no skills talk about others. If channels really had talent, the world would notice. And ACB chemistry. I'm glad you said that because uh recently today on my Instagram, Nobi underscore lightning, I managed to hit 50,000 followers on Instagram. 50,000 followers. I gotta say that's for me that's amazing. I mean, just getting to 10,000 was crazy for me. The fact that I made to half at 100,000 followers on Instagram is crazy. It's crazy. And I gave a shout out to Vicky Towns Chronicle. If you guys haven't followed him, he's on YouTube and Instagram. Vicky's Town Chronicle. He uh he started collaborating with my Instagram page and his page, and through him, I was starting to get a lot. I was getting more followers. Aside from putting out my memes, my fire memes, by the way, you know that was helping out a lot. And then Vicky's Town Chronicles helped hooked me up with another Instagrammer by the name of Indigenous Revolution, and I think he has over 100,000 followers on his page. And he started collaborating with me on Instagram also. So with the help of both of them, I managed my page managed to reach another audience, which I could say is probably their audience. So thanks to their audience for following me also. But because of that help, I managed to get to 50,000, which it blew my mind. I was like, wow! I gave him a shout out on my stories. P. Dot says a rose by any other man would smell as sweet. That dividend is a stimulus and a bribe for others. Damn. Somebody is definitely going to school. Why don't you go live in your pad? Well, mostly because I don't have time. I just haven't had the time to do it. I mean, I've been having to work longer hours, and it's just working back and forth with Marvelous and other content creators is just taking a lot of my time. Rich Loke says Norby smells that weenie before has a distinct smell. Kente Porter says go to Ralph's and tell Tony to hook you up with that homie discount. Hey, right? Only 64 says Norbies, do you get discounts at Ralph's? No, I do not. I wish I did though. Chris from Arizona says it's Torta Thursday. You know what kind? Hey, that's right. We got only 64 says the specs are like the Xbox Series S and a weaker version of the Xbox. Really? Well, that's a little disappointing to hear. Like I said, if it can't do 8K, I don't want it, and I'm definitely not paying $600 for it. Shout out to the Jedi. That's right. It's not the Jedi. It's Jedi. Hey, we got bipolar says, hey Norbies, did you see that compa Raider said that BD recorded him bent over? Ugh, that's nasty. I mean, I'm not surprised, but that is nasty. Those people are weird, man. Those people are super weird, man. You know, yeah, those guys are just weird. The whole comparator, food community, blue dildo, all those people are super weird. They all tend to just rat on each other. They all tend to rat on their guests that come to their shows. It's crazy. A lot of these people get incriminate themselves by the questions that these guys are asking. It's almost like the feds are giving these guys the question. Let's say just ask them that question and we'll do the rest. I don't know. Because I don't know if it's you or me, but a lot of these guys that are going these guys' shows are ending up in jail. That cannot be a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence. I definitely believe a lot of these guys are either working for the feds, working for the cops, because a lot of their guests are getting locked up. That's why I'm not surprised. I think the guy from Food Community said that they some of their guests told them that they won't go to Blue Dildo's show because things that have happened to their guests. As I like, well, at least they realize the Steam Deck is dope when it comes out, but it's outdated. Damn, that sucks. Then that's good. If it's really the specs like that, and people know it, I don't see why they would even release it. Because I'm for the most. I mean, it's true. Steam does have a very particular catalog for games. But I mean, if I'm getting Xbox performance off of a new console, no, I don't know. I don't think I'd do that. I don't think I'd buy it, especially for $600. They're gonna have to give me a lot more than their catalog to impress me. But you know what? I'm a PlayStation 5 guy. I'm a PlayStation 5 guy. I tried playing the Xbox. I was like, nope, I don't like this controller. I don't understand why it's so wide. It's weird. I like the PlayStation controller. Let's see, shop at Aldi is cheap there. You know what? It is cheaper in Aldi. That's crazy. You know what's crazy about Aldi is that you got to pay a quarter to use their carts. I thought that was a trip. I'm like, huh? I got to pay a quarter to use your carts? What the hell? That's wild. That is wild. When you got to pay a quarter to pay to use the shopping carts. What the hell? ACB. Yeah, let's see. Only 64 says if I get one, I would pirate the game. Hey, who doesn't, right? If you're a real one, you probably pirated or home, as they call it, homebrewed your system. Bipolar says if they say police question, the guest needs to walk out and say the interview is terminated. 100% on that one. ACP Chemistry says some YouTubers I feel are helping law enforcement while fooling the masses. Yeah, they are. I really think they are. Because it's weird to ask a gangster rapper Did you ever shoot up a place? Did an ops ever get at you? Did you ever have to handle were you stealing back in the day? Stupid ass questions that have nothing to do with their music career. And they all fall for it. Well, yeah, I did this and I did this with the homie. What's his name? Blah 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 blah. And now you got your homie involved. It's crazy how they don't see that. But I don't know. I think because they believe in the hype, they don't realize that a lot of these guys are buying their views. A lot of these guys are buying chat bots. A lot of these guys don't realize that those are all fake numbers that are on their lives. Depending on who it is, they're gonna pay to have more viewers on that one. If it's somebody they don't give a fuck, they're gonna realize really quick that the numbers are very low. If it's somebody that they like, they're gonna pay for the extra bot views. Hopefully one day these guys will get caught. I think Criminal got caught for his for using bots. I know Blue Dildo definitely pays for his. And I'm pretty sure that's probably one of the reasons why from here and there he will get demonetized. But for the most part, you could tell his numbers are fake because it doesn't make sense that your lives are very high, but yet your videos are extremely low. Like they're like 10% of what your lives are. That doesn't even make sense how that happens. Numbers don't lie unless you're paying for it. Anyway, enough about this, people. You get a quarterback at the Aldi, but you need to take the card back. Really? Oh, huh. Damn it. I didn't know that part. Damn it, that bullshit. Wait. No, they give it back. Wait, they just don't let you take it out of the store, right? If I'm right, they don't let you take the card out of the store. It stays inside. That's why they give you back the quarter. Let me know if I'm right or wrong on that one. Only 6.4 says, no need to homebrew. It's Linux based under the hood. Damn, only 6.4. Okay. Now let me catch you hack me. All right? Now let me catch you hack me. Throwing out the word Linux. I am impressed. I mean, mind you, if you when you talk to a lot of people that are not into computers and they say Linux, that's gonna impress you. I don't know how much knowledge that you guys have over computers, but for anybody that's into computers, if you say Linux, okay, well you definitely have a foot in the door because not too many people know what Linux are. It's another operating system besides Windows and OS, and Mac OS. Let's see. Bipolar James said Chilana Leva used fake views on the live he had with his two friends. Oh yeah, I saw that one. That's triple camera, front camera. All right, guys. Hey, guys, I have to let you guys go, but thank you all for coming through. Yeah, I guess when I get a phone call, it turns off the camera and the mic. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I will see you guys in the oldie show tonight, 8 o'clock. Marvelous Minds. I'll see you guys there. Thank you for everybody. Please hit the like button and subscribe. I appreciate that. Shout out to all of you guys. Thank you.